What's the number one mistake I see speakers make? Hi, this is Gilda Bonanno, professional speaker and executive presentation skills coach. Over the years, working with many clients and attending many presentations, the number one mistake I see speakers make is not practicing enough. How can I tell they're not practicing enough? Because they don't sound confident, they stumble over their words, they can't get from section to section or slide to slide without a lot of ums and ahs. They ramble, they go over time, they miss their message, or there is no message, it's unclear. All of these are symptoms of the fact that they have not practiced enough. So if you're going to do a speech, a presentation, lead a meeting, particularly one that is high stakes, meaning it's important to you, to your career, to the organization, to the community, right? It's high stakes. Maybe it's new content or new material that you've not focused on before, or it's in front of a different audience or in a venue that's different. So whatever it is that makes it high stakes for you in your specific position or your role, if it's high stakes, you want to make sure you practice more than you think you need. So practicing doesn't mean you sit down at your desk and think about what you're going to say, or you flip through your slides or look through your notes. That's preparation. That's important. But practice means you actually say the words out loud. So you go from your head or your slides to actually saying the words out loud because they sound a lot different when you try to say them in words than they sounded in your head when you were thinking about them or reading them or looking at your slides. So you practice out loud and you simulate as much of the real environment as you can. So if you have to present standing, you practice standing. If you have to present on camera, let's say on Zoom, this is how you practice. If you have to put a suit and tie on or heels, or there's some other new part of your wardrobe you don't normally wear, that's how you practice. If you're going to use a microphone or stand at a podium, it would be very helpful if you could practice using those specific tools. So it's like doing a dress rehearsal in theater or in any kind of show or dance performance. You would do a dress rehearsal to make sure the costume fits, you know where to stand, and you know how to speak the words or sing the words or dance the positions that you're going to be doing during the actual show. So the concept of a dress rehearsal can be very helpful for a business presentation because you simulate as much of the real environment as possible, particularly anything that could get in the way of your delivering a clear, engaging, concise, on-point presentation that influences the audience to do whatever it is you'd like them to do. So practice more than you think you need. The morning of is not the time to practice. You should be practicing well in advance so you have a chance to get comfortable with the material, so you have a chance to get comfortable with logistics, so you have a chance to get comfortable with stumbling and not stumbling and how to recover. So you do all of that in practice. So when you're in the moment, live with the audience, you're very comfortable. And even if something goes wrong, which it may or probably will, you're able to say, okay, I've done this in practice. I know what comes next, right? This is the dialogue in your head instead of saying, oh my gosh, I don't know where I am. I lost my place. I'm off time. I don't, right? Instead of self-destructing in your head in front of a live audience, you've handled that, thought about that, practiced that beforehand. So in the moment, you can focus on being engaging, connecting with your audience, being present fully with them to have maximum impact. I'm Gilda Bonanno. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you next time.